to our 16th president, and it hosts a battle once again between two major schools that call this state home, and at the end of the road, a top hat to carry on a presidential legacy. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. Northwestern has the kickoff team on the field as we are about ready to start. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Fighting Illini offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. At midfield, he's got room. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of...
Turning it on! He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. He'll pull it on the read. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Illinois right back to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's got him. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You strip the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Northwestern's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Got his man. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Northwestern making quick work on this drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And the Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. The hand to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Bringing it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Picks up the first down, still moving. Still on his feet at the 45. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Quarterback on the keeper. It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And I absolutely love the option, but this is part of it, right? The quarterback has to make a lot of reads really quickly and then carry the football and take care of that thing. So I think, the fumble was caused there. We don't know why, but this is part of the option risk you run by running it.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Working that wide receiver screen.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. And the Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's the handoff. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. It'll be 3rd and long. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Northwestern will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Completes it in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. That's the end of the period. It's Illinois with the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. They're looking for space to run behind the left tackle. Nice move there. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Touchdown, Illinois! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now they'll try the right side. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Trying play action. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Northwestern will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. To the air on 1st down. Hauls it in. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16. Illinois lining up quickly. Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely over.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Hand off from the shotgun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Soften him up with a run. Now to throw. It's complete to the right. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Quickly complete. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. Snap in the shotgun. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Gets the back moving. Little touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Fighting Illini using that big run to get momentum going. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. He'll do it himself. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Illini. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Number 1 and number 2, and the numbers keep changing on the scoreboard, gentlemen. Michigan is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed big house, but the Maize and Blue have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Ohio State.
Looking to throw on first down.
We'll circle back if anything changes in this colossal 1 versus 2 matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. Wants to throw again. Here comes the heat. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Finds his big tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Fires to the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Cuber. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They'll run the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got rid of it just in time.
You just love to see that from the quarterback. I know it's a big 3rd down, and more than anything, you want to throw a completion, keep your offense on the field. But when the defense wins and nobody's open, you got to just tip your hat, throw it away. Now a big decision coming up on 4th down.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Yates. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man's journey is stopped, but there is a flag on the play.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A long way to go for this offense. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try the run. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. The pull and throw off the RPO. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
of reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
Illinois right back to the line. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. Using his legs, it's Sampson. Got enough space. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. And the punishment has been extended. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
Man, this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Gill. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Takes the easy one to the back. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Spits it out to the back. It's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Wants to throw again. Fires to the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll move the wide receiver. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Setting up the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Takes the handoff. It's Sampson. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Wide open downfield. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll go to the ground. Quick step and go. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Sampson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Illinois now staring at a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. He leaves it with his back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They called PI on the offense this time. Finding open areas. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Illinois! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead.
Northwestern, 10.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. New set of downs after the completion. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. Knocked down for the tackle. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30.
3rd down coming.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Bringing the heat. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Northwestern will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And the returner goes down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver, so that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got his man. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Motion from the wideout. With jet sweep pass. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18. Illinois hoping to pop the cork on this red zone trip. Back to pass on second down. Quickly complete. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14. Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. They're going to ride this running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Off the play fake. Going for 6. Touchdown, Illini! Quick strike through the air for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
48, Northwestern, 10.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Wants to fire on second down. He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Tight end now in motion. They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Northwestern moving the ball expeditiously.
And that's good enough for
Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Sampson. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. After the miss on 3rd down, the punt team is on the field. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll go back to work on offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the 1st down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. And the misconnection on 3rd down. It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this 4th down conversion. Into the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The give as they work on that clock. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Fighting Illini with options here on 2nd and short. Looking for a gap. It's Sampson. It's a fumble. Offense scoops it up and still going. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of